George W. Bush's leadership lessons on decision-making and integrity. In a world where decisions can change the course of history, George W. Bush's leadership stands out as a beacon of integrity and decisive action. Let me tell you this. Have you ever wondered what it means to lead with conviction and wisdom? Well, George W. Bush's leadership journey offers profound lessons on decision-making and integrity that are as relevant today as they were back then. Here's something you should know: George W. Bush was not only a leader, but also a student of leadership himself, learning from his mistakes and successes. He once said, "I learned early that no matter how good your intentions, if you don't do the right thing, you're not going to get the results you want." This quote encapsulates the essence of his leadership philosophy. You might be wondering, how did Bush make these crucial decisions? Was it always clear-cut, or did he stumble upon the right path through trial and error? The answer lies in the meticulous process of weighing options, understanding the consequences, and prioritizing values over personal gain. His decision to invade Iraq, for instance, was fraught with challenges and controversies. However, Bush believed that Saddam Hussein posed a threat to global security and that removing him would prevent future atrocities. Here's something you should know: during his presidency, Bush faced numerous crises, including the September 11 attacks, which changed the trajectory of his administration. In the immediate aftermath, Bush's decision to declare war against al-Qaeda and establish a new anti-terrorism strategy was both courageous and controversial. He faced immense pressure, but he stood firm, emphasizing that the actions taken were necessary for the safety of America. Bush's integrity was not just about making tough decisions. It was also about being transparent and honest, even when the truth was uncomfortable. A personal anecdote comes to mind. After the September 11 attacks, Bush was criticized for not addressing the issue of gun control during his State of the Union address. When asked why he didn't mention it, Bush responded, "We had a whole other agenda." His honesty in acknowledging the gravity of the situation and the urgency of the moment resonated with many Americans. This episode demonstrates that integrity involves not just saying the right things, but also doing the right things, especially when it's difficult. Another significant lesson from Bush's leadership is the importance of listening to experts and stakeholders. During the Gulf War, Bush took the advice of military leaders who recommended a more cautious approach. However, Bush ultimately decided to take a riskier but potentially more effective route, leading to a swift victory. This decision showcases the value of consulting diverse perspectives and trusting those who have practical experience. Bush's willingness to listen and adapt, rather than stick rigidly to a preconceived plan, was instrumental in shaping his success. Now, let's delve deeper into the role of decision-making in Bush's leadership. One of the most pivotal decisions Bush made was the decision to go to war in Iraq. The rationale behind this decision was complex and often debated. Bush believed that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction, WMDs, and that removing him would protect the world from further terror threats. The justification for invading Iraq was based on intelligence reports, which turned out to be inaccurate. Nevertheless, Bush's decision to proceed with the invasion was driven by his commitment to national security and his belief in the righteousness of the cause. Bush's decision-making process involved extensive analysis of intelligence, international relations, and strategic considerations. He understood that quick judgments could lead to grave errors, hence his insistence on thorough deliberation and consultation with experts. This meticulous approach allowed Bush to weigh the pros and cons of each option, making informed decisions that aligned with his core values and the best interests of the nation. However, the road to decision-making was not always smooth. Bush faced intense pressure from domestic and international stakeholders. Critics accused him of rushing into war, while allies expressed concerns about the potential outcomes. Despite these pressures, Bush remained steadfast in his convictions, recognizing that sometimes the right decision requires courage and conviction, even in the face of opposition. This journey of decision-making also highlights the importance of communication. Bush understood that transparency was crucial in maintaining public trust and support. He frequently communicated his decisions and reasoning to the American people, explaining his rationale for the war and the measures taken to ensure its success. By fostering open dialogue and providing clear information, Bush helped build a foundation of trust and understanding, which was essential for rallying support and maintaining morale. Integrity played a critical role in Bush's decision-making process. He adhered to ethical standards, even when it meant going against popular opinion or expert consensus. For instance, Bush's decision to deploy troops to Afghanistan in the wake of the September 11 attacks was based on his commitment to combating terrorism and securing the homeland. Although some criticized his timing, Bush's integrity compelled him to act swiftly and decisively, knowing that the stakes were too high to delay. Moreover, Bush's leadership was marked by a deep respect for the rule of law and constitutional principles. He recognized that the actions taken during his presidency were not arbitrary, but were guided by the laws of the land and the Constitution. This principle of legality underpinned his decisions, ensuring that they were grounded in the foundational values of democracy and justice. Bush's adherence to legal frameworks provided a framework for accountability and legitimacy, allowing him to navigate complex geopolitical landscapes with a sense of moral purpose. The integrity of Bush's leadership extended beyond individual decisions to his broader approach to governance. He was committed to upholding the highest standards of ethics and integrity in all aspects of his administration. This commitment was evident in his efforts to address corruption and abuse of power within government institutions. Bush's administration launched several initiatives aimed at enhancing transparency and accountability, which included measures to combat cronyism and nepotism. These actions demonstrated Bush's dedication to creating a fair and just environment for all Americans. In his farewell address to the nation, Bush reflected on the lessons he learned throughout his presidency. He emphasized the importance of leadership in times of crisis and the need for strong, principled decision-making. Bush advised future leaders to remain true to their principles, to communicate openly and honestly, and to prioritize the well-being of the nation above personal gain. His words serve as a powerful reminder that integrity and decisive action are not just virtues, but essential qualities for effective leadership. In conclusion, George W. Bush's leadership lessons on decision-making and integrity offer valuable insights for anyone seeking to excel in their own endeavors. His ability to make tough decisions based on sound analysis, his commitment to transparency and ethical conduct, and his unwavering dedication to national security and the rule of law provide a blueprint for navigating complex challenges and achieving meaningful outcomes. As we look to the future, let us strive to emulate these timeless lessons, applying them to our own lives and careers. Remember, the strength of a leader lies not just in their decisions but in their character, and integrity is the cornerstone of that character.